Assassin's Creed Black Flag is officially back. After spending my first 7 to 8 hours with Black Flag Resynced, I'm very happy with what they've done. These are my first impressions of the game, the good, the bad, and the ugly that I've picked up in my first couple of hours. Important to note that these are just my initial observations. I'll be making a more in-depth completion review when I beat the game, but I thought I'd talk to you guys about what I found from my time before you jump in for yourselves. Before we start though, I just want to say that I have genuinely enjoyed every second of playing this game, except for the second when I got a pop-up for the shop an hour into my playthrough. That was just whatever, I guess, but let's go ahead and jump into what I've liked about the game. First off, Black Flag Resynced is absolutely stunning. The environments, characters, and set pieces all have more detail, depth, and sharpness to them. You can really tell that the Anvil engine is serving this game phenomenally. The cutscenes are genuinely spectacular. Though, like I feared before launch, some of the newer ones definitely don't hold up against the ones remastered from the original. It's not a problem for every single cutscene, but when it is, you can definitely tell. The world of this game is probably its biggest selling point, because the Caribbean has never felt more alive. Towns now feel denser, and there's more to see and interact with while sailing. You can see Spanish and English ships duking it out, or have to sail through Ubisoft's phenomenal weather systems, keeping you on your toes and awestruck wherever you go. The game's sound design is also great. Black Flag's soundtrack still hits just as hard, if not more so, now than it did before. They even brought in all the original menu sounds, which really took me back. The only thing I'd have to complain about here is they changed the assassination sound for some reason, and that, for whatever reason, really bothers me. I don't even really know why, to be honest. The story is still what we know and love. The original cutscenes are basically one-to-one with the originals, with so many additions that I actually quite enjoy. The new cutscenes with Edward and his wife add such a layer of depth that I genuinely can't get over. For the newer quests, specifically the officers, I'm a little bit less enthusiastic. You can definitely tell they weren't originally part of the game and almost feel like DLC, but from what I've done so far, which is kind of just the beginning of the 2 officer quests you get at the beginning, they are very interesting. I was very invested in both characters and what their stories had to offer, and I can't wait to see more of them. I know there are some more missions to unlock at the end of the game, and I'm very excited to try those as well. And cutting out the modern day segments was absolutely the right move here. Getting rid of those momentum killing buzz killers keeps me immersed so much better than the original did, which is a huge plus. And I'm really interested in the dark animus kind of stuff they've put in instead. I haven't really encountered much of it, but it all seems more woven into the world, so I will hopefully actually care about it this time. In terms of gameplay, this might be where I have the most mixed feelings. There's something about the controls to this game that I still haven't really gotten the feel for just yet. They changed a few of them from the original for some reason, and while I don't honestly think it's bad, it might actually be better. I've poured so many hours into the original game, I still kind of have that muscle memory, so at times it can be difficult. And I feel like this mentality is kind of how I'm going about the combat. I don't think this combat is bad, I actually think it's quite good, to be honest. The new system is very innovative and at times quite fun. Unlike the original game, it creates some real challenges when you get into bad situations. Sometimes this is hard for me, as again, the muscle memory kicks in. I'll forget the combat system is completely different now and get myself into situations I can't easily get out of anymore. Sometimes this is definitely frustrating, but I wouldn't be shocked if I feel differently after a few more hours of the new game. I do still really miss Hidden Blade combat though, don't really know why we needed to get rid of that. Parkour, while faster and more responsive than the original game, is definitely not perfect. This definitely has the same moments you get using the parkour in every other game. Sometimes it can feel rigid and you're forced to go in directions you don't really want to, and while I know this kind of thing is so hard to develop, it is kind of one of the pillars of Assassin's Creed, so it's a little crazy that we really haven't gotten better than we did with Unity, which is far from perfect in and of itself. However, aside from these Ubisoft unfortunate moments, when you're in the zone, parkour is fast, lively, and still super fun. Stealth feels great in this game. Being able to freely crouch is a complete game changer, and I think getting the rope dart earlier really gives you a lot more options for how you want to take out your enemies. It's a ton of fun. Sometimes the AI can be inconsistent though. They're not always the smartest, which can be frustrating. Even more so when it's your allies being the stupid ones. I went on one of the Templar hunts where I had to help Rona fight off some Spanish soldiers, and she would keep telling me to light her gunpowder kegs, only to run up to them as I did so and take herself out for me to revive her. This happened multiple times throughout the mission, and on other missions I've had allies feel completely incompetent, and it can almost be a chore to have to stop and revive them on certain missions, especially when they don't actually help you achieve your goal at all. Not all the time, but sometimes this is an issue. The naval gameplay here is still phenomenal though. They didn't change anything, they only added to it. It is so much fun. The addition of new types of rounds with the officers, and the option to choose any sea shanty you want have made the experience being out on the waves just that much better. Now, one of the things this game is getting the most heat for online is the microtransactions. This game has $85 of microtransactions within it, in a single player game that only costs 60 bucks. Now, I don't really want to get into this a whole ton. I already made a pretty long rant about this the other day, so you can go watch that if you want. But it's just kind of upsetting in a time where the gaming world is really not happy with a lot of these bigger companies. We just finished the controversy with College Football 27's single player microtransactions, which was basically the same issue as we're seeing right here. This wouldn't be nearly as bad if they were just cosmetic, but they're not. These microtransactions offer gameplay benefits, which is kind of ridiculous to me. Even all the pre-order bonus content gives you a bunch of gameplay benefits, which I personally don't like. I don't like getting legendary gear off rip just because I pre-ordered the game. Now I don't feel like I'm progressing when I earn new rare weapons and whatnot, which just, I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. But despite all of that, the game is an absolute blast. I'm having the time of my life, and as a huge fan of the original game, this remake means so much to me. I've described this to other people as kind of the way that I imagined the original game when I was a kid playing it, except now it really looks like this. I won't give a final score until I'm finished, but I'm confident my final thoughts will be very positive. If you want to hear more about this game and other news in the gaming space, make sure to leave a like and please subscribe. And let me know in the comments what you guys think of the remake so far. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing all of you out on the seas.
I hate to sail on this rotten tub. Oh, lever, Johnny, lever. No grog allowed and rotten grub. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow. And it's time for